Welcome back to another Love Island recap, everyone! Woo! Let's talk about USA Season 7, Episode 7. Now, this episode was kind of boring, but there were important tidbits, so let's go over those. But first, I want to address a very important question. A lot of people were wondering where Episode 5 recap was, and every Saturday, they have an episode called After Sun, which is not in the villa. It's basically prior cast members that, they basically do interviews, and I don't watch those because they're pretty boring for me. So that's why there was no Episode 5 recap, because Episode 5 was an After Sun episode. But going forward, I will make sure I mention that in the beginning of the recap when I skip an episode, just to clear up any confusion. Now let's talk about Episode 7. So everybody regroups after Bella goes home, and Sierra asks Nick how he's feeling after dumping Bella, and he's like, well, I'm happy with my decision, but I obviously didn't want to hurt her. And Sierra asks him, well, you didn't give her any reason to think that you would pick her, right? And he was like, oh no, I mean, I told her I was interested, but that's it.
Like, is there anything that you said to me that you also said to her?
Just telling her that I was interested in her, and I was interested in you. I finally feel like I can give you my 100%. I think you're gonna experience it different.
I'm excited.
Now, at this point, Sierra does not know that Nick made out with Bella in soul ties. Charlie and Hannah are so happy to be coupled up and finally sharing a bed together. Jeremiah is comforting Huda as she is crying over her best friend Bella leaving. And she's like, these men, they switch up so fast. And Jeremiah gets a little defensive. He's like, what do you mean, these men?
It's so scary that that's how, men are.
Girls do that, too. What you mean how men are?
I'm just saying, that's how, some men are.
Some men are like what?
You can't even tell.
What the hell was that face he just made? I feel like we're watching him get the ick from Bella, but at the same time, he's trying to act normal because his body language and his facial expressions are not matching the words coming out of his mouth. Like, physically, he seems a little distant, but then his words are like, oh my God, I'm the luckiest man in the world. I found my person. You are just as beautiful on the inside as you are on the outside. And she eats it all up.
I feel like the luckiest man on the planet. But I didn't want to cry, that's why.
You would cry about me?
Nah.
About me?
Nah.
What?
Ace and Amara talk. She's feeling so good after being chosen. She's excited to get to know Ace, but he puts the brakes on it immediately. He's like, I'm just letting you know. I know I chose you, but I'm still going to explore other options, and I think you should too. Okay, I just want you to know I move really slow, okay? So don't expect any affection from me. I'm not going to hug you. I'm not going to hold your hand. I'm not going to tell you you're beautiful. I'm not going to kiss you. We're not even going to cuddle in bed, okay? And Amara's like, whoa. Okay, first of all, I never said I wanted to do all those things right away. And also, you're making me feel like shit. I feel embarrassed. So she cries.
I feel like this conversation could have waited until tomorrow. I don't know, it's kind of giving player vibes, I'm not gonna lie.
Player vibes.
A little bit.
I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. It wasn't my intent.
And as she was crying, he didn't even console her. He didn't even care to try to make her feel better. I mean, he did apologize. He was like, yeah, I'm so sorry for hurting your feelings. I wasn't trying to do that. But there was no hug. There was no hand on her shoulder. There was no closeness. He didn't have to physically touch her, but he could have inched towards her to be like, I'm sorry. Are you okay? I didn't mean to embarrass you or hurt you. He was just like, I'm sorry. And then he got up, and then she got up, and then they went their separate ways. And Amara, of all the people that she could pull to confide in, she chooses Huda. I found that freaking hilarious. And Huda tries to make her feel better by hyping her up. You're the prize. Don't chase after him. Make him know you're worth blah, 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 blah. And I love how Huda's being so nice to her now that she knows she's not a threat.
That's not the first thing I want to hear after you pick me. Are you being genuine? Are you being real? Because now it really seems like you're just a player.
Ace talks to Jeremiah about his conversation with Amara, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to explore other options. And I encouraged her to explore other options. Wink, wink, like you. Jeremiah didn't get it though. He was just like, oh my God, you're not going to even cuddle her? And Ace was like, nah.
You sure you're not going to cuddle her? So if she asks, you going to say no?
Honestly, yeah.
Oh, shit, okay.
I can tell a girl no. That only makes her like you more.
Ew. This is when I started getting the ick from Ace. And it only got worse throughout the episode. Shelly and Austin have these cute little moments that make me melt. And I don't want to feel that way. I keep having to remind myself that Austin has cheated 6 times. Okay, not once, not twice, 6 times. And he sent over 1,000 dick pics. Okay, I keep trying to have to remind myself of that because Shelly deserves way better.
A highlight of my night was your speech.
Yeah, did you
I
like
thought
it?
I loved it. I thought it was so sweet. I couldn't stop cheesing.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he talking about me?
Damn straight.
Oh no, but it's so cute. Sierra finds out from Alandria that Nick was making out with Bella right before he made out with her in the photo booth, and she feels so dumb, and she's gonna confront him tomorrow. The next morning, Taylor tells Ace that he just doesn't find Alandra physically attractive, and he doesn't know how to force himself to make himself physically attracted to her. And that was shocking to me because I find Alandria so cute, so pretty, and not only does she have the looks, she has the personality. I mean, she's so funny, she's so cool, she's so down to earth, and she's so smart. Like, what more do you want?
Yeah, something there, but it's just like, if the physical attraction there, physical attraction there. If it's not there, it's not there. Like, I don't even know how to even get that physical attraction.
So then they eat breakfast together, and she basically tells him, listen, I know we vibe really well, but I'm not getting any signs from you. I'm not getting like basically anything from you. We don't even say good morning to each other. We just kind of talk when we talk. And basically there's no affection. So she pretty much gives him the green light. If he wants to, he can be more affectionate with her, like a hand on the leg or a little peck or a hug or something. Like only if he wants to. He doesn't have to do anything grand or big, no pressure. But I think a part of her was wondering if he wasn't doing it because he wasn't sure that she would want it. So she was trying to make it very clear, I want it and I'm okay with it. So if you want to do it, you can do it to me.
Stop. Don't do that at our wedding.
Girl, you've only known him for 5 days. You need to calm down. Okay, this comment that Ace made is very interesting. He says that girl Amara is his type, as in he should be getting to know her, but he's not. I'm telling you, he is plotting for Jeremiah and Huda's breakup. He wants them to break up. He doesn't want them together. And now I'm wondering if Ace saved Amara for Jeremiah. You know what I mean? That's why he told Amara right away that they should both explore different connections. And that's why he told Jeremiah too that he's not going to be all in with Amara and that she should get to know other people. Wink, wink, Jeremiah. But his plan didn't work. Next, the producers send Jeremiah and Huda on a private date at a water park, and Jeremiah gives her some more lip service. Oh my God, I really like you. I can't wait for our future plans. They talk about living together and her daughter. And wait. Huda brings up living together. Remember that, because this is important. Back at the villa, Ace and Amara have another chat. She apologizes to Ace for overreacting, and he's like, oh, that's fine. And then things turn sideways again, because he tells her to stop calling him babe. And she's like, oh my God, I call everybody babe. Why are you making this into something that it's not? And he's like, well, I don't like it. Don't call me that. It gives me the creeps, and I just feel like you're moving too fast. And she's like, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I won't call you babe. I won't come near you. I won't look at you too long. I won't even breathe near you, okay? Is that gonna make you happy? And he's like, wow, you're kind of passive aggressive.
What you be calling your partner when you're in a relationship?
My partner?
Yeah.
Babe.
Oh, even babe is like a lot for me too. And I know you like to say that a lot.
Oh my God,
It
so you
is.
want me to stop calling you babe? Damn.
Yeah, like
Yeah?
that's, yeah.
Ace pulls Shelly for a chat, and Austin watches this, and he's so frustrated. He is sick and tired of being in a love triangle. And he's also annoyed with Ace because he doesn't understand why Ace chose Amara if he's still into Shelly, because he had the perfect opportunity to pick Shelly, and then he didn't.
I don't want to be I'm tired of being in a fucking triangle, dude. Where they keep going and floating by each other and like not actually, figuring out what the fuck is going on. Quit downing her on, acting like you want her to come chase you. She's not a chaser type girl.
Oh my God, yes! Ace wants Shelly to chase him. He even implies it during their chat. She tells him, I'm not trying to be the perfect girl for Ace, okay? I'm just being myself, and if we click, we click. Jeremiah and Huda come back from their date, and what usually ends up happening after a couple returns from a date is the girls and the guys separate and they talk about it. So Huda tells the girls, yeah, we talked about how he wants to move in with me.
I see us living together in the future. If we did live together, so like, how would you see yourself?
She was definitely the one to bring it up. And when she did, he didn't even agree. He said, let's do the long distance first. And if that works, I'll move closer to you. And if that works, then we'll talk about possibly living together. But we don't even have to live together. We can be fine living separately. Side note, her lashes are getting way too long. I just want to grab a pair of scissors and just like trim the ends.
He was just talking to me. He was like, yeah, you know, because I was thinking about it. And like, obviously, I want us to move in together.
This is what he was saying?
Yeah.
Although I'm not the friend to feed into my friends' delusions at all, you can ask any of them, I will feed into this one.
Taylor and Alandria are trying so hard to force a connection, and it's just not fair to either of them. When they were at the photo booth and they were taking pictures and they kind of kissed on the lips, but not like a full-on French makeout. It was just a peck. And then they stuck their tongues out and their tongues touched. And I felt like at one point she wanted to make out with him, but then he didn't continue. So they just stuck their tongues out. And then he kissed her again, and it was just so awkward. It comes off so forced. I don't like it. I think they should stop, and production really needs to send in some men and some women for them. And like, I just can't watch them try to force a connection anymore. Sierra confronts Nick about how he never told her about his kiss with Bella at Soul Ties, and he was like, oh, I was gonna tell you, but I forgot. You know, it just wasn't on my mind because I was so happy to be with you. And she's like, okay, just don't do it again. Please be transparent, blah, 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 blah. And they're fine. Ace and Amara talk again, and then they argue about the babe thing again. What the hell? What is going on?
I asked you what you call your partner.
Babe, oh my God. You see, I really do not mean it intentionally. I don't, Ace. I fucking don't. It's just part of my lingo. You're not getting what I'm saying.
I really don't, so make me understand.
No, because I'm about to get emotional right now.
Listen, Ace setting boundaries and wanting to take things slow is not the problem. That is totally fine. I would do that too. If I'm about to share a bed with a guy and I know what's expected, you know, of the show, and I definitely know I want to take things slow, I would let the guy know up front. Like from the beginning, I would be like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Like, I get it. But the issue is he's just not genuine. Like, something about it is really bothering me. He's not coming off genuine. I feel like he's plotting, he's scheming, he's playing it up for the cameras. I also don't get how he says he's into Shelly and he wants to pursue things, but he's not doing anything about it. He's so wishy-washy. I don't like it. So that's pretty much what happened in episode 7. It was a boring episode, like I said. And after it ended, they showed a preview of the new show called Beyond the Villa, which is with the season 6 cast. And I was really excited for this, but I don't know how I feel after watching that preview. It just seemed so produced, like overproduced. I didn't like the little ding, you got a text and they have to read the text in the confessional. I didn't like that. I thought that was so cheesy. I don't know. I'm going to watch it to give it a try, but I just wanted more of like a Vanderpump vibe, you know? And it's more of like the Hills vibe or Selling Sunset vibe. And I just don't like that. I don't know. What do you guys think? Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow. Bye!